Hi everyone, this is Gertler from Cape Town. I had so many requests by young guys, teenage guys, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old guys that asked me what must they do to build a muscled physique. So I decided I'm going to make this video which will give you a quick guide as to the things you need to avoid and the things you need to do to build a great muscle physique. Now many of the guys, even in their 30s and 40s, they still have not mastered the things I'm going to tell you in this video, and they still struggle to build a muscled physique. So please listen to what I'm going to tell you in this video, because if you apply these, the sky's the limit for you, because your testosterone levels and your growth hormone levels is never going to be as high as it is currently in your body. Make use of that. So let's quickly start. 15 things you should not do when you want a muscle fit. Number one, overtraining. You should not train more than 6 days a week. Okay, the best training regime, doesn't matter what your age is, the best training regime is when you train about 5 days a week, very intensely. Now the reasoning behind that is that your body, when you train 5 days intensely, the body needs time to repair the muscle damage that happened during the training and then to actually grow. So if you train 6 days a week, you allow too little time in a whole week for your body to repair and grow. So the best regime is 5 days a week training, 2 days at least a week for recovery, repair and growth of the muscles. Number two, too long training sessions. Muscles do not grow in the gym. That is the place. They actually get smaller. They get torn down, they get damaged by the intense exercise, and they're literally getting smaller. The only thing you do in the gym is to stimulate the muscles for growth. You put the switch on there, but it doesn't grow in the gym, it gets smaller. Never train a muscle when it's still sore from a previous workout. Your muscle growth occurs outside the gym when you're resting and sleeping. So how long must your training session be? I say never longer than 60 minutes at a time. Number three, junk food. What you eat is what you will be. Outside the gym, your muscles need the right food for growth. Junk food is not it. Number four, too little food. The problem is the body cannot grow when it thinks it's in a famine environment. When you eat too little food, what's going to happen is the muscles is going to be used for energy, not your fat storage. As a last resort, the body will start using its fat storage. So your muscles will get smaller and smaller and smaller, and only then will the body start using the fat storage. So you're doing a hell of a lot of damage to your body if you enter a famine type of environment. So be very careful of giving the body too little calories. You need enough calories that you give the body to allow it to realize it's not in a famine environment, so it can grow muscles. It doesn't need the energy from the muscles, it can actually get the energy from your fat storage. That is what we call the sweet spot. Number five, too little sleep. The most important ingredient to help your muscles grow is to get enough sleeping. No, not 2 to 3 hours a night. That's not going to work. At least 6 to 8 hours at night. That is when your muscles really grow. Number six, bad form. Bad form with exercises will not stimulate growth. What it will do is open the door for really bad injuries. Never throw a weight. Always slow and controlled movements. Point seven, showing off at gym. Now I know you're young, you're on a high, your ego and everything. I've been there, so I know the problem this presents, but the sooner you get your ego under control, the sooner you will start growing. Do not show off, because when you show off, number one, you're going to hurt yourself. Number two, you 99% of the times will exhibit bad form, and you will make your name an ass. Number eight, one of the worst things you can do is to listen to everything everyone tells you at the gym as the gospel. Be careful what you believe and whom you listen to. Verify the facts that somebody tells you before you actually do them. So always verify, verify, verify. Educate yourself. Point nine, training with the wrong gym partner. Now, having a gym partner not seriously focused on his training sessions will hamper you tremendously in your efforts to grow muscle. If you have a training partner, he must add to your success, never take away. Point 10, bad exercise technique and form. You need to breathe correctly when doing exercises. Your positive and negative moves of your exercise. Positive is the lifting part, negative is the dropping part. The positive and negative moves of an exercise needs to be at the same speed. And when you're at the top of the exercise, like for a dumbbell, you lift it up, you're at the top move, try and squeeze that muscle, just that little bit there before you're dropping the weight. Point 11, good bodies are never created through exercise machines. Get that into your head. An exercise machine or machine bypass all the stabilization muscles in your body. And when that happens, you grow in an unbalanced way. So you will quickly spot a guy that just continuously uses machines. He never has an aesthetic look. Full stop. So if you want an aesthetic look, stick to the free weights, the barbells, the dumbbells, the bench presses and things like that. Point 12. Never trust on supplements to be the answer to your body. Very, very few supplements actually works. Here's a very short list of supplements that really got some good science behind them and that's been proven to work. Creatine, whey protein, branched chain amino acids, L-glutamine, and maybe a caffeine pill or something similar to help you focus during your training. The rest, I'm sorry, that's money down an empty pit. Point 30, anabolic steroids. Hey guys, that's not a good idea, especially at your age. You got more than enough testosterone and growth hormone running through those veins of you. Make use of that. Now, using anabolics, you really need to know what you are doing, number one. And number two, it will result in smaller balls. It will result in impotence and no sexual desire and a lot of other potential problems and hassles. So please stay away from it. If you really must do it, then only do it later on in your life after you already had your kids and everything. Point 14, alcohol. You want a rippling six-pack? Now dude, let me tell you, alcohol is not going to bring you a rippling six-pack. Okay, regular use of alcohol, especially in men, what happens is that it creates a fat layer around your internal organs, your kidneys, your liver, pancreas, and all the other places and so on. And that fat layer gives you a bloated tummy. And that bloated tummy is so difficult to get away. So if you do regular alcohol, you're going to have a huge battle to try and get a rippling or cut, nice looking six-pack. It's not going to happen. The maximum amount of alcohol you're allowed to drink if you want that six-pack, that's about equals to 500 milliliters of wine per week. No good body was ever created by drinking regular alcohol, no matter what the Hollywood perception shows you. Last point, point 15, training too light. Now, the whole thing about growing muscles is that you need to stimulate your muscles to grow. Now, stimulation for growth only happens when the muscles are challenged. If they're not challenged, they're not going to grow. That means you need to train to failure. That's a very good way of stimulating the muscle for growth. And you need to train regularly during a session to failure. You need to be slightly sore the next day. Not too sore, because then there's actually quite a lot of damage that was done to the muscles. You need to be slightly sore, the muscle groups that was trained the next day. If you never sore, you're not challenging your body enough for growth. That's a very key aspect that a lot of the young guys fail. They haven't got it in their heads yet. The amount of effort and intensity they must really put in to reach failure, absolute failure with their muscle in a certain exercise to actually stimulate the body for growth. Now, I've developed a very nice blueprint for young guys that all these things and much more, your complete diet and so on, customized for your body, for your goals and everything. So if you're interested in this blueprint, I'll put the link on the screen. Have a look at that link and that will give you all the information on how to sign up and everything and so on. But just by employing these basic principles that I've discussed in the video, this will already give you a great step forward in creating a muscle physique. So everybody, and all the young guys especially, Gert from Cape Town signing off, and I really wish you much success. Cheers.